and it's good to be warned because there can be the after sound or
the
sonic boom.
The sonic boom can be very, you think it's an earthquake, it's a boom,
exactly.
Nothing shakes, and you're like, okay. Rocket. All right. A little bit of rain today, actually. Let's go ahead and look at that map. And you can see not much to talk about. That is less than 1/10 of an inch just about anywhere. I know there were some trace amounts reported, I think, in San Luis Obispo and other areas that didn't, the systems are just like we've seen so much this fall. And fairly typical for this time of year, running right over the top of us. Most of the moisture staying well to the north up in Oregon and Washington. And there's your start to the day, followed by the afternoon temperature. And that big spread shows you have a dry sky. Cold mornings, many areas below freezing or at least close to it. Look at Paso Robles at 26 degrees and only warming up to 59. That is definitely an early taste of what we expect in winter. And a frost advisory in effect for many areas. You can see along the central coast, we know we have lots of ag interests, and the purple is the freeze. So the difference being frost going down to about maybe 28 degrees, your freezes going down to close to mid-20s, and that is definitely when you can see some damage. Length of time too, there might be 2 to 3 hours of that or plus more, and that again translates into possible crop damage, so we always keep an eye on that. Currently seeing widespread 50s and 40s, and now the wild card that could help us with that is, of course, a wind. You get any kind of wind moving the air around, especially if you're forcing it downhill, that can help to recover some of the temperatures. It won't be warm, but it might keep you out of the doghouse as far as really cold conditions. All right, 60% humidity to 80% means that we really don't see much in the way of any fog along the central coast. Same thing down in Ventura County. Along the south coast, look how dry it is with that slight turn in the wind being out of the offshore. Good news right here. We'll start with that. This is Sarah right here, and it looks like she is going to continue to go across the Yucatan into the Bay of Campeche, and the Gulf of Mexico should not really be a threat to anyone. We really don't want to see these systems doing anything more this year, so it's good news to put those to bed. Jet stream running well up into Washington and Oregon. System after system continuing to slam into those areas. We continue to be on the very southern end of it. Again, usually in fall, that's more or less the typical story. It'd be nice, though, if we could see that jet stream start to take aim more at California, because we know we want to get into that game of getting more snow into the Sierra. We've gotten a little bit. We need to get more. Big area of cold air. As the jet stream runs over us, low pressure, then high pressure follows it. We get the cold air sinking. Really perfect ingredients to give us more of the offshore flow or northerly flow. So again, on the wide shot, look at all the frost and freeze issues as you can see across California. Those are all ag areas. Very important. We always keep an eye on that. And of course, the farmers, ranchers, they all know that. So a slight chance for conditions to the north of us. Watch as I put this into motion. You can see as it sags all the energy mainly up to the north, but some of it does try to work its way toward us. We don't expect a whole lot of chances tomorrow, maybe a sprinkle or two. Wind, again, kind of our friend in this case, should not be too gusty, but if we can keep it blowing for some of our areas, especially near the farms and ranches overnight, maybe getting it going downhill, that is a good thing. All right, there's your cold mornings. Look at this for tomorrow. Into the 30s and 40s for many areas. There's the effect of the wind, though, along the south coast, keeping it a bit warmer. And that is, again, sort of our little ace in the hole. If you can keep some wind coming down the mountains, you do a bit better. So chilly mornings and afternoons, warming but not overly warm. Now we'll go ahead and look at the wide shot, and I'll stop it next weekend. We see another sort of tricky forecast by next Saturday. Right there. There it is right there. Just a very slight chance maybe next weekend. All right, there's your forecasted highs and lows. And again, a chilly one out there. We'll go through these pretty quick as I am about to run out of time. And again, we could be well below freezing in many areas, so we have to kind of keep an eye on that. Look at Paso Robles. That's a ski resort low, but the afternoon not too bad. Same thing with Ojai, going below freezing, and then maybe even into the 70s by the afternoon. Surf is dropping as we speak, probably more on the way. And a quick look at our 7-day forecast. Some warming conditions with an offshore flow by the middle of the week, and then maybe a slight chance of sprinkles as we head toward next weekend. And we'll be right back in just a minute.